Hello guys, it is Jead, and there are two things in FC26 right now that EA need to address, and they need to address them fast. One is, of course, SBCs, and another one is these FUT birthday cards. But we've also got new Evos, new SBCs, new objectives, new leaks, new everything to talk about. Should be a good one, boys, so let's jump into it. And guys, if you want to use players like this and just need that little extra boost, then you can get your cheap, fast, and most importantly, safe FC26 coins at eldorado.gg. They have 24/7 support, a money-back guarantee, and you can use code JEAD at checkout to get another 5% off your order. Link is in the description. I hope you are having a fantastic weekend, or go and have a fantastic rest of your weekend, boys, but we have got a good one today. We're going to start with the new evolution content. We're going to talk about what EA need to fix with the game right now. That is most important, and we've even got for today's video a few post from the FUT Reddit that I think you guys will want to see. So we're going to start with, of course, the new evolutions that came out. We got the Brilliant Dribbler evolution, because today we got some not so good content and we got some good content, and what is coming could be interesting. So Brilliant Dribbler came out, and honestly, it is fine. It's a 7 out of 10 again, not an even like most of us are too bothered about. It's going to be used for a chain. They can't be a centre back. They must have 94 pace, and it gives a dribbling boost. It does give a nice dribbling boost, by the way. If you see there, the +10 ball control, reactions and balance, and nice stats to get up, stats that actually matter in game. Tricks the first touch, technical and rapid, some good play styles in a kind of weird order. Composure, it's a great Evo, right? For chains, I'm going to use this on my Noonan Evo. I'm probably going to use it twice. Again, you guys have seen, I'm finally starting to build this guy back up again after I got lazy with evolutions, and I recommend you guys do the same. I'm going to get him to, I think it's 91 and 92 dribbling. Going to get a shooting up as well. That's how I recommend you guys use it. Use it for a chain. Don't go and waste it making someone have 90 dribbling who's like 87, 88 rated. I don't think it's really worth it for that unless you've got a player that fits perfectly. It's okay. That Evo is okay. Hopefully today, when we talk about the leaks later, we could get a better evolution coming, because we've had some quite decent ones for FUT birthday. I think you've got to give EA credit where it's due. We've had some decent Evos. We've also had some decent SBCs. Now, Mateus is a very interesting one. If you guys have seen anything going around yesterday and going around today, Mateus is controversial, to say the least. And what I mean by controversial is that people don't like this SBC, and for very, very good reason. But no one's pointing out a few obvious things that I think EA could do to fix this. And I don't know why. So we got Mateus with Intercept Plus and Ping Plus. And first of all, just look at this page here. Intercept Plus, Ping Plus, these stats. This is a good SBC in terms of the card. EA never release icons with perfect playstyles until footies. They just don't do that. It doesn't happen. If you're expecting that, they don't do it. Since playstyles got introduced, EA use it to like progress the power curve a lot easier. Because back in the day when there was stats, there was only one thing they could progress. Now with playstyles, EA make an icon 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, and then towards footies to make them 10 out of 10. So Mateus is missing Anticipate, or not Anticipate, sorry. He's missing Jockey, he's missing Incisive, he's missing Finesse, he's missing Low Driven, he's missing Bruiser. But of course, 5-star with those stats, Intercept Plus and Ping Plus, the single best play styles for a DM, with Ticky and Rapid and Quickstep and Trickster. He's such an average icon, and that would have been fine if this wasn't 23 squads. And he's coming in, if we jump over to Footbin, at 1.4 million, sorry, 1.4, I wish he was 1.4. He's 1.8 million coins. 1.8 million coins, 23 squads. As you can see there, 7% upvotes on Footbin. Because again, it's a nice card to get. It's Mateus. People like Mateus and Hullet in every game. But look at the squads this guy takes, right? 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90. 89, 89, 89, 89, 89, 89. 88, 88, 88, 88, 88. Like, it's crazy. Now, what I've not seen people point out is the main issue with this SBC, because there is one main issue, and that is the number of squads and how Fodder works on FC games. Because it doesn't, or maybe people don't realize how this actually works, right? If we head over to Fodder and the cheapest player by rating, Fodder's really cheap right now, crazy. We've been talking about it for a while, right? Lowest it's ever been. If you're talking last year as well, I think I was watching the FUT account this morning. I've got his video up here because I want to talk about it. And he was saying it's the lowest it's been since he checked it. I think last year at footies, it was a little bit lower. But apart from that, lowest it's been the past 2 years. Now, that is for a few different reasons. But what that causes is more important. What that causes is, when Fodder's cheap, EA know it's cheap, so they release SBCs accordingly. So they know that 89s are 7k, 90s are 12k, 91s are 20k. So it leads them to go and release SBCs like Mateus that are 23 squads, because EA will have a price in their mind. They don't give a crap about requirements. They will have a price in their mind for Mateus. So they will say, right, we want Mateus to be 1.8 million coins. They can go and work out how much that's going to cost with Fodder. So they want him to make 1.8, so they go and make him 23 squads. Now, this is the main issue that I keep trying to allude to and get to. The reason this is so bad is, let's say Mateus was 1.8 million coins, but Fodder was triple the price, because we've seen it at triple the price this year. So let's say 89s were 21,000 coins, even more, 25,000 coins. Let's say 90s were 30 to 40,000 coins, and 91s were back at 50 to 60,000 coins. 88s were even at 12 to 15,000 coins, right? Fodder was triple the price. Now, what this would mean is Mateus could still be 1.8 million coins, and it would still not be worth it. Just to be clear, still not be worth it. But he'd be 1.8 million coins with a third of the squads, right? He would be 7 to 10 squads, or maybe they'd make him a few more squads, just some low-rated ones at the start. He might be like 10, 11 squads. Now, but he'd be the exact same price, right? But what does this mean? But what this means is, if he was only 10 or 11 squads, when you guys open your upgrade packs, when you guys open your champs rewards, when you guys open your rival rewards, when you go to like upgrades and you're doing the SBC grind, right? You will still pack 90 rated cards and 89 rated cards from some of these upgrade packs, like the 4 or 10 player pick and the 1 of 3 81 player pick. When you pack that 90 rated card that right now on the game is worth 10, 12,000 coins, if that was worth 35 or 40,000 coins, you'd have 3 or 4 times more completion of an SBC, right? So all your untradeable cards will be worth 3 or 4 times more. And that is the thing that people miss. It's not necessarily just the price of the SBC. It's the price of Fodder compared to the SBC because of how many untradeable packs and how the game plays right now. So, EA, long story short, need to up the price of Fodder. That is not a myth. Everyone knows that. That's not hidden. So everyone knows EA needs to up the price of Fodder. Now, to do that, they can do a few things, okay? We've seen some good SBCs recently. We got Rio. We got the Galatasaray player. But obviously, everyone's looking at Rio. As a Liverpool fan, I'm looking at Rio. We got Saka, who's okay. The main one being Bernardo Silva. And the good SBCs we've had recently have been lower-rated SBCs or lower-tiered Fodder SBCs. So they've done okay for 85s, 86s. And you see how we're not having this discussion about 85s and 86s. 85s fluctuate between 2 and 3,000 coins. 86 is the same. 87's a bit more. They're starting to come down now as well because, you know, when high-rated Fodder comes down, low-rated Fodder comes down as well. But all it took was a few different things. EA released good, cheap SBCs like Bernardo Silva coming in. I think he came in at 170k at launch, but he now even is dropping into 140k. That is the number one. The number two is why I've got this up here. Would be exchanges. Now, EA said at the start of the year they don't want to do exchanges because it means they failed. And if you go, I recommend, but go watch Nate's video from this morning if you've not already talked about it. EA said they're not going to do exchanges because it means that they have to artificially boost prices when they bring out exchanges. I think they need to do it anyway. EA, they need to just go back on the word. They need to give up and go for it because right now they've fucked it. Now, the third one is arguably the most important, but also the one they are least likely to do, and that is reduce the tradable store supply of packs in store, right? Foot Birthday, Team of the Year, Team of the Season. There's a few promos throughout the year that people actually do go and open global limits, lightning rounds, and they do actually open promo packs. Foot Birthday is one of them. So what that means is we have a lot of emphasis right now on tradable supply in the store of Fodder packs. He actually did quite a lot of tradable packs for this promo, some really big ones as well. And what that means is you get a lot of tradable Fodder on the market. EA need to, we hate untradeable packs in the store, but at least if you've got the people who are going to spam Credit Card FC and go and open all untradeable packs, it doesn't affect this side of the market, right? They can go and complete SBCs and they spend the money on it. That's fine. But it wouldn't affect this side of the market. So maybe they just go away from some more tradable packs for a while. Just, for a few weeks. Let Fodder go back up towards the end of the game, towards Team of the Season. I think that is very necessary because the game is so unrewarded right now as well. Now, that is something that people are not pointing out, right? Again, if we jump back, when you guys pack a 90 rated card, when you guys pack an 89 rated card, it's so less rewarding. Imagine you guys pack the 90 rated tradable card from Foot Champs, you get 40k in your club. Right now, you get 10k in your club. So you just feel like you keep it in your club because if you sell it, you get 10,000 coins back. And if you keep it in your club, you're not going to go do Mateus. You're probably not going to go do Cambiasso. You might go and do one of the cheaper ones like Rio or this guy. You might go and do an icon pack. And we're going to talk about the icon pack coming later. But I think that is the main issue, right? I recommend go watch Nate's video on it as well. I just think it's a really sad place to be right now for SBCs. The game is very Evo heavy, and that is it. And that was the point of Foot Birthday, but I think EA have probably gone too far into it. Now, that is mini ran over, although we are going to come back to that later when we talk about the second main problem the game has right now. But if we go over to favorites, not the only SBC we did get, I probably unfavored it, haven't I? Yeah, we got the Rio, like I said, here, and we also got the Bardacci SBC. Now, the Rio's nice. I've got an Evo that's better than this card, but honestly, boys, in terms of playstyles, he has one wasted playstyle. You can give him one more playstyle. You can probably easily give him Pinged. You give him Game Changer or Inventive. They're very hype right now. You can even give him Rapid as well. And because he's 88 rated, he'll for Evos. If, obviously, I hope Liverpool do win as a Liverpool fan, and he'll get upgraded even more. 95, even 96 pace. He should be a really nice winger. So I do recommend going and completing him. And the other SBC, again, is the only SBCs that everyone is completing right now that we got, is the Team to upgrade. And it feels like they're the only SBCs that matter right now because everyone is doing Foot Birthday only teams, it feels like. Or at least trying to upgrade their teams to only have Foot Birthdays in it. Let me know down below. Are you going for any other cards or is it just Foot Birthdays? Because when I'm building my teams, I'm only optimizing to try and get Foot Birthday cards from them upgrades, from anywhere I can get them. I've now got 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4 FUT birthday cards. I've got 2 on the bench, and I'm looking to get as many as possible before the end of the promo and upgrade the rest of my team. We're going to come on to retro cosmetics later. That is at least a good point of the game. But yeah, I think everyone's optimizing for FUT birthday cards. Now, the other big SBC content we'll get today, so we can look forward and stop moaning, is if we go over to FUTGG and we go to SBCs and expiring content. Of course, get in the Discord if you want to see these expiring content pings. We will ping you if you choose to roll. But you can also just look on FUTGG, and we've got the 88 Encore icon expiring. Now, one thing about Fodder being cheap is that icon SBCs are cheap. 141,000 coins to get a chance at an Unbreakables, Winter Wildcards, Champions, Time Up, or of course the big one, Team of the Year icon player item rated 88 or higher. When Fodder is cheap, you can go and gamble these SBCs. And to be honest, I never recommend gamble SBCs, but with Fodder being so cheap, fucking go for it, boys. Who cares? Go for it, right? Honestly, probably worth it. So that is going to expire today content. And from what we can see in here, it's going to get rid of Unbreakables in the pack code. So this should be the new pack we get today. And as you can see, it's just swapping the Unbreakables for the future stars, which is just nice. A lot of the Unbreakable cards were a little bit expensive just because of rarity, but they were honestly useless. It should be a very similar price at about 140,000 coins. And I will let you guys see here. This is sorted by price high to low. These are all the pulls you can get regarding the SBC ones. Obviously, take them away from it. So big ones at the top, you can get Hullet, Bale, Maradona, Pele. All these future star ones are now into it. But of course, don't forget, you can also get these ones down here, including Foodie again, Sega, Miyama, Jones, Gerrard. This page here is probably way more likely than all of this page here combined. So just keep that in mind. But I do think, honestly, with Fodder being so low, it is worth a gamble. And that is the SBC we should get today, along with a player SBC and along with an evolution, which will be the main talking point. We should get a nice big evolution today, or at least I hope so, because we need one right now. Now, just before we go on to the second big issue right now in FUT Birthday, I think EA needs to address. We did get the Man of the Match star performer cards the other day. So we got Valverde, Kvaratskhelia, Hall, Gabriel, Lamina. This is just a FUTGG impact section, which is really nice to see what's in packs, what you can actually pack. These cards, of course, are always really rare. They will go out of packs within 2 days, which is always Monday at content. They normally rise at some point during today if you can catch the low point. This Valverde card, for example, first touch plus and low driven is a little bit dead, but his playstyles and his stats obviously crazy. He could be a really nice one we could invest in. Same as Gnabry, same as Kvaratskhelia. It's all to do with rarity with these cards, so just make sure if you're going to buy them, choose one that has the least supply, which from what I'm seeing so far is Kvaratskhelia and Valverde, which makes sense for the price, obviously. And speaking of star performers, we, of course, if you missed it, got the Bodo Glimp triple SBC, which is quite nice. The best card in it is Fet. He's very average. This is more of a collector's card, SBC, and obviously, I think EA will get copyrighted if they did it, but this just goes to show we all want a sort of collection book in the game, not on FUTGG or like an external website. We all want some sort of collection book in the game, and we could do this SBC, tick them off, maybe get a completion score for each league or each nation or even each card type. How cool would that be if you get a completion score like for every man of the match item in the game? We need that in the game. I think EA can't do it because they get sued by Panini or whatever, but that would be so good. And the way the game's going, where it's getting more and more about building the best team and the gameplay is almost going secondary, the way it feels anyway, I think that'd be a really good addition to the game. So we've got some new star performance cards. We'll maybe invest in some of them on the Twitch stream later today if you want to be in there and see that. But what is the big issue with FUT Birthday, or the second big issue after SBCs? Now, if you guys see my transfer list, I'm someone who benefited from this to a degree, and I'll explain what I mean by that. You will see at the end here, I've got my 2 Demornes here, and I've got my 2 Demornes here. Now, keep an eye on the prices I sold these for. 899, 869, 869, and 850, right? I bought these for an average of about 680,000 coins. So you think that is some crazy profit, like 500 to 600,000 coins profit. Yeah, it is great, but what EA have done with these FUT Birthday cards could have been predictable, but I honestly think that they need to change it, is that they've not put any of them back in packs after the team goes away, which is nothing crazy for a promo, right? Team goes away, and they're not back in packs, but what that means is these cards have now ballooned to different levels, because it's the only ever promo, and I think EA need to realize this, the only ever promo where once people use a card in their team, it is not going back on the market. Now, EA supplied these cards a lot when the promos came out, but I don't think they did it enough to compensate for that feature. So what it means is, remember, anytime someone uses this Demorne card, and I've got her in my team, she is amazing. If you put playstyles on it, of course, you can't go back on the market. So these prices are only going to go up. And if they don't change this, if these cards don't go back in packs, and they don't need to go back in just regular packs, it could be a tradable SBC where you get FUT Birthday cards. It could be one single store pack where you get a team 1 or 2 FUT Birthday card. We could even see that at content today. I alluded to it in Friday's video, and it's for this exact reason. She was 600k when I recorded that video on Friday. She's now double the price. I kind of foreseen this coming. It was obvious, which is why I was so sure they were going to put them in packs in one way or another. Now, she is not the only one. The really hyped cards, like Marcus Llorente have done the exact same thing. He loaded at 300,000 coins, and now he's 700,000 coins. Again, getting close to being double in price. It's kind of crazy. You'll see similar rises across the board, like on Luis Diaz, for any of the popular cards. And I've had a lot of people say, well, why would they release them back in packs? Because think about how this is going to go, right? EA tried this promo for the first time in terms of the concept. If you can't get these players, what is the demand for it, right? If you can't get Demone, if you can't get some Maximan, if you can't even try these cards because they go extinct, and by the way these guys are going, they are going to go extinct. I don't think that's stupid to say. This Maximan card was 500,000 coins. He's now 830,000 coins. If people keep putting him in the team and making him untradeable, there's only like so many cards of this card in the game, and some of them are really rare. Demone's card has like 1 or 2 pages of supply. It'll take 10 or 20 people to put that Demone untradeable, and all of a sudden you are just cutting the supply of that card almost completely off the game. Same with Marcus Llorente. So Maximan has a few more cards on the market. I think EA need to release an SBC. Let me know what you guys think. That is just Team 1 or Team 2, tradable, little bit expensive. Make it so hopefully it raises fodder up. Make it unlimited repeatable. We need an SBC grind right now. Make an unlimited repeatable SBC of tradable Team 1 and Team 2 cards. Make it affordable, but obviously not too affordable. It'll raise the price of the fodder. It'll make these cards not come crashing down, but it'll make them more packable. They can have the pack weight for a lot of these shitter cards at the bottom. That's absolutely fine. That's kind of what we expect. But just make it so these cards can come down a little bit in price. They don't need to crash them. Just make them sort of packable again. Like, look at this card. You guys think I'm joking about going extinct. This Jolinton card, if you guys have seen the Evo for him, he is not coming anywhere near off extinct. Because why would he when you can make a card like this and put any playstyles on him in the entire game you want? You can put Intercept and Pinged and make one of, if not the best DM in the entire game, which is crazy, crazy, crazy. But it does remind me that probably the biggest bit of content we got recently in terms of us who are just absolute passionate lovers of the game, no matter how bad it is, no matter how good it is head over to the cosmetic tab, and we need to debate down below in the comments. I'm going to go and leave likes on the ones I agree with. All you guys got to go do, rank 1, 2, and 3, Foot Birthday Retro 2018, 2019 and 2020. Now, these are 25,000 coins. I have heard people complain about it. I like the fact they cost coins. If they were free, it wouldn't feel special. You've got to think about who you're going to put them on. I think when EA do big cosmetics like this, genuinely, you might think I'm crazy sided with EA on this one. I think they need to make them worth some coins and also capped at 1 or 2 repeatable so they feel a little bit special. This is how I've used mine down below. You guys would have seen before. And honestly, doing cards like this with a white shirt with the Foot Birthday 2018 one, how sexy is that with the little turquoise playstyle plus? Maybe I'm going crazy, but I love things like this. You guys know I love the retro cosmetics. I hope they do it for every promo going forward. I think they should do it for Team of the Year, Team of the Season, Foot Birthday, literally any promo, even Future Stars. I think they should do it more and more because that Demone card is crazy. I've got my Foot Birthday 20, Rio Engamoa on the left wing. Honestly, love this concept. So let me know down below. Rank them 1, 2, and 3. 25,000 coins. Obviously, we'll make that back really easily. That's what we're going to jump into with some of the investments. We'll make them coins for you guys. You can go and do those cosmetics. But before we jump into Reddit and the things I think you guys might want to see from the community, because we've got some interesting points on the Reddit today. This is what we've been doing on the account recently. Although the market has been going down with the Foot Birthday releases, it's really, really nice for flips. If you guys were on the stream on Friday, you would have seen we flipped the Morgan, Van der Sars, Henrys, and we bought these Thompsons at 220s. They were average. But we made, over, even on those cards alone, about 200, 300,000 coins. Then on the Demone, we made, again, 500, 600,000 coins. And after the stream, we bought an Alex Morgan and a Griezmann, made about 20, 30,000 coins each on those. The Vieira made about 80k. The Yaps Diamonds like 30, 40k each. Honestly, a really good week because obviously you guys seen I've blown all my coins on the season pass and the Evos. So we're now right way back up when this Lewis Hall sells at about 9 million coins. So 1 million coins just from Friday's stream, which is really nice. And we'll be looking to do that again today. Flips are crazy. Get yourself in the free Discord. People, again, I can't believe people don't do this. It's literally, I've made it free. It's going to go paid at some point in the future just because we have to run it. But right now, it's a free Discord making millions and millions of coins. It just makes all Evos and SBCs free. So go get yourself in there. There's no reason not to. Honestly, there's no paid bullshit in there right now. But that's how we do all these flips. Now, we'll be doing some of the same today on Sunday, and I think you guys can get involved as well, because I think there's going to be a lot of opportunities with Fodder as well. We talk about Fodder being low and Team of the Weeks being low. I think Team of the Weeks and low-rated Fodder are just the best place to go right now. So if you guys are looking for just easy investments, focus on 2 things. Team of the Week's near discard. Go for 87s only. Honestly, if you can get 87s at 11k, it's often better than getting 84s at 10.5 or 10.25, just the way the game works. And if you do want to go fodder, there's only 2 ratings in the entire game I'd look at. Maybe 3 with 87s, but it's 85s and 86s. It is so stupid boring. But once again, get 85s on bids for 1.5k today. You guys know they're going to hit 3,000 coins in the week. It's a coin doubler if you've got the patience, which I sadly do not. But if you guys got the patience, it is a coin doubler. But let's jump on to what I want to show you from the FUT Reddit. Now, again, let me know down below if you think this would be a good idea. I'm tempted to make a BigJead Reddit. It would have 0 posts on at the start. I have no clout, no nothing, but I really want to do regular Reddit videos only because I value really what you guys think about the game and what you guys who watch these videos think over a lot of other of the communities on SC26, just the way you guys are compared to what I've seen. So I think if we could get a Reddit going, I think that'd be a really good idea to get you guys' posts. We'll do it once a week. Like I say, no clout over here, so maybe it'd take a while to get the post up and going, but let me know if you guys think that'd be worth it, and I could just going through all the, make sure every post gets seen by you guys, rather than going through the FUT Reddit. But here is what I want to talk about. I want to bring this up because I thought it was an interesting idea that I disagree with. New feature idea. EA should show us our opponent's possession, tackling, passing average, and I think he mentions it down here, the original post. He would show their preferred formation in the kit screen game. So when you guys load in, and you see the 2 kits, and you can choose to back out or keep playing. Would you want to see it so you can see your opponent's formation, their average possession, some of the average stats, like how they hold the ball, kind of how they play the game? I think this would be a bad idea. I think people should be allowed to play exactly how they want, and this would discourage it. But he's basically saying to try and discourage people playing the 4-4-1-1 and the 4-5-1. Let me know, do you think that'd be a good idea? If your opponent has an average of 80% possession, would you guys back out? I think you would, so I don't think it's worth it. People who play possession football would struggle to find matches. People who play 4-4-1-1 might struggle to find matches, and that might just be their favourite formation. But I think it's a really interesting point, because there's not too much. FIFA's been out now for about 30,000 years. There's not too much that they can really innovate with the game. But I think one of them could be a little mini sort of like split, mini tester screen when you're going in with the kit. And you can see something about your opponent, although I don't know if it'd be too overpowered. So they'd have to see how they could balance that. I don't think that'll be something that's in the game anytime soon. But I do think it was an interesting take, but although most people did disagree with it. I did see someone say Pez did this a couple of years ago. You can see the style of your opponent's recent matches and their ELO rating. Simple thing to do, whereas FUT won't even tell you what division they're in. And I think that's an obvious one. I think what EA don't want is adding more controversy to the game. So, for example, with the Division 1 down there, if you were a Div 3 player, imagine FUT Champs, a better way of saying it. Imagine you were in FUT Champs. Just picture this. You were first game of FUT Champs, right? You've not even played. You're an average player, 0-0, and you play a rank 1 player first game, and it tells you this person's 7-0. You'd be so discouraged going into that game, or you just wouldn't play it. So I don't think EA will ever do it, but I think it is an interesting concept. Now, back on this one, because it kind of relates to this point here, with people playing the same formations, using the same players. This is a big topic in the community right now, I feel. It's a FUTBin comment, which is crazy given a FUTBin comment airtime, but imagine paying £100, €100, whatever for a video game, and then you play a formation that everyone tells you, players that everyone tells you, and even the way you play the game is off someone telling you. And I think this is a big thing right now in the community, where people use the same cards as everyone else, people play the same way as everyone else, but I've always said I don't mind it, because people are going to go against it, right? And a lot of people are backing this, but I think this is kind of how I feel about it, right? Every competitive game has the meta. The problem with this game isn't that... it's not the people using the meta. The problem with the game is either what the meta is, or it's normally something a little bit more game-breaking, like you've had team press or AI defending, right? If the game has a meta, right, and this year the meta has been Claudia Pina, for example, I can never, and I will never tell people to not use this card, because why should I tell people to not use something that's going to make their game more enjoyable and more fun, especially when, you've got to remember, everyone they play against is using that card. So I do understand the sentiment behind this of, play what you want. Like, and I do think, use a past and present team, play 3-5-2 and use all the best players that you want to use. But at the same time, if you go and do that and you get slapped silly in champs and you want to go buy Claudia Pina and go again, I have nothing against that. I really don't. At the end of the day, you guys don't have a lot of time. You don't have infinite time. You're going to want to get wins while you're playing the game. And I think you've got to use the players you've got to use, because the way people do this game means that everyone plays the same way. Everyone uses the same meta cards. And if you don't use it, you fall behind. Unless you're an insane player. And if you're an insane player and you go 17-0 with your Liverpool past and present, then go for it. Then go for it. I just think it is something interesting to think about, because I know that people do get annoyed coming against Pina, and often the people who get annoyed by it are just the people who don't use it, and eventually everyone sort of converts to that one meta team of Hullet, Van der Ven, and Pina. So yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts down below. Do you use that meta rat team? We polled you guys on the community post a few weeks ago, and pretty much everyone said yeah, they did. So now here is how I will leave you guys today. We have a new icon pack coming out today. I said go and do it. Honestly, I should never encourage doing these sort of gamble picks, but at the end of the day, boys, you can get some pretty decent cards in them. With how bad Mateus is, with how bad some of the recent SBCs have been, maybe go and give it a go. If you do go and give it a go, make sure to jump into the Discord, jump into the pack show-off channel, drop yours down below, and we'll go and see what you guys are packing. But maybe it is worth at least having 1 or 2. I'll probably do 1 today on stream when I finish my champs rewards, because of course I am deluded and want that team of the year Hullet card. But yeah, boys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. We're all back in Liverpool today against Tottenham. I know we all are. Let's go and watch that game. Let's hope Liverpool can not be crap for once. The ultimate mid-off today of Liverpool-Tottenham. But yeah, subscribe if you are new, boys. Leave a like while you are down there. Really does help the video. I appreciate all the support on the channel recently. Until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.